I'm recording this video for the York County Library in South Carolina. Today, our practice is going to be all about opening our hips. So this is a gentle sequence that's going to target the hip areas and help all the surrounding muscles as well. So for today's practice, we will need a strap, which you could even use some kind of a tube or even a belt, or stretching like this isn't ideal, but I'm going to demonstrate with it today that it can be done. So any kind of strap, even a towel, could be great. So we're going to start this practice today in child's pose, and we're going to practice our lion's breath. So that is taking a deep inhale through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth and actually letting the tongue hang out. So that's called lion's breath. You'll be in child's pose so no one can see what you're doing. So make it a big audible exhale through the mouth and let the tongue come out. So find your way into your comfortable version of child's pose. That can be taking the knees open as wide as you need to, and then dropping our heels or our hips back down towards our heels. Arms are going to be out and extended, head resting between our arms. So beginning to find our yoga breath, which is breathing in through our nose and exhaling through the nose. Go ahead and continue with that for just a few more breaths. And let's start to transition into our lion's breath. So big inhale through the mouth, big audible exhale. Big inhale through the nose, big audible exhale through the mouth. Take at least 2 more deep lion's breaths, big cleansing breath. And then begin to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, pressing the left hip to the outer edge, really stretching into the side body. Slowly make your way back to center. Moving to the opposite side of your mat, pressing the hip to the outer edge. Making our way back to center, lifting up into tabletop, finding our way onto all fours. And then remember, if you need to stack the fist here, we can do that for Shakopakasana or cat-cow. So we inhale, drop the belly down, bring the gaze up, and then exhale, begin to tuck and round. Flexing and extending our spine. Pay attention to your shoulder blades. Right now, they're pressing apart as we round into the upper back. And then when we drop the bellies, the shoulder blades pull in, gently squeezing together. Let's allow our breath to guide our pace today. After your last one, let's find our way back into neutral spine, flattening the back and then pulling the navel up and in. So we're squeezing and contracting through the core. Hold it tight, and let's move into our first balancing pose. So we're going to inhale, lift one leg back, flexing your foot. So the toe is pointing straight down to your mat. Slowly release, and then lift the opposite leg. So we're going to go back and forth. You can stay here just doing the legs, or you can add an opposite arm lift. So it's very important here when we do our spinal balance, our gaze is looking straight down to our mats. That way our head and neck stay protected. That way we maintain neutral spine. So we want to avoid looking up. So think about stretching the fingertips and the heel to opposite walls, making yourself as long as you can, and then slowly lowering down. So each inhale, we lengthen, and then our exhale, we slowly lower back down. The next time our left arm and right leg are extended, let's pause here for a full breath. Exhale your way back down and move to the other side. Inhale, lengthening, pausing for a breath. And exhale, lowering down. Taking the knees a little bit wider once more, finding your way down into child's pose. Inhale, lifting back up. And let's open up our fingertips. Thumbs 4 to 6 inches apart. We're going to turn the toes under, lift up, and back into downward facing dog. We're going to move into a 4-part flow. So with our first inhale, we lift our heels up as high as we can. And then slowly drop the knees down where we hold and hover. Inhale the hips back up. And then exhale, heels come down. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, lifting our heels high. Exhale, knees hover an inch above the mat. Inhale, heels high. And then exhale, heels back down. Let's go through that a couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2 more times, moving at your own pace here. Very good. Last one. We'll stay up and back in downward facing dog. Go ahead and take a breath or two right here in your downward facing dog. And then let's go ahead and lift one leg up so we're making our way to 3-legged dog. Beginning to open our hips, bend our heel, drop it behind us, and then continuing the twist. Look under your arm here. Really focusing on pulling your core in tight now. So navel up and in towards your spine. Let's inhale the knee to the outside of the elbow. So we're squeezing, holding. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring the knee across the body now towards your opposite elbow. Inhale back up. And then exhale, bring the knee all the way in towards your chin, squeezing, holding, and then lowering the shin to the mat as we make our way into pigeon pose. So maybe you tuck the toes under and then slide the pelvis back. What we want to go for here is an equal distribution in the hips. So if you find yourself leaning to one side, take a rolled up towel or your block and place it under the hip. You're welcome to stay upright if this feels good to you today. Perhaps you walk down to your forearms, or maybe you even stack the fist and then rest the forehead here. We're going to try to hold for about a minute. Deep belly breathing, in and out. In through the nose, exhale through the nose. Hopefully we're able to enjoy the progressive opening of our hip joint. Each inhale brings the feeling of more relaxation, and with each exhale we can comfortably melt or sink a little bit deeper into our mats. Using our next inhale, begin to work your way back upright. Taking our thumbs so they're 4 to 6 inches apart, fingertips spread wide like a starfish hand. We're going to turn the toes under behind us and let the front leg join the back leg, finding downward facing dog. Take a moment here to bicycle out your heels, just lifting up and bending one knee at a time. Hopefully you notice a little difference between our hips right now. With our next inhale, we'll go ahead and take the opposite heel high. And if it feels good, bend the knee, drop the heel behind us, look under the shoulder, continuing the twist. And with our next inhale, we'll bring your knee to the outside of the elbow. Inhale your way back up. Exhale across the body. Inhale, center. And this time, exhale, bend the knee, bring it as close as you can to your chin, and then very slowly set the shin down, tucking the toes under, drawing your pelvis back, and then slowly walking it out if you want to find your way to your forearms, or maybe once again, stacking the fist. And you're going to hold for at least a full minute. So try to slow the breath down and just settle in, allowing the hips to release and relax. With our next inhale, begin to work your way back upright. It's quite normal for one of our hips to feel a little bit tighter than the other. Let's let all the weight shift to this hip. So you're bringing your back leg all the way up and round, and we're finding a 45-degree angle with the leg. So my toes are pointing straight up. My foot is flexed. Inhale the right palm up. Exhale, go ahead and reach over towards your toes any amount. So try to keep the length, reach up and then over. Inhale, bring the palm behind us. Let's reach up and just extend as much as we can. Slowly release and draw both heels in together. So now we're finding our traveler's pose. Butterfly sit. When you look down, you see a little diamond shape here. Your legs can be as close or as far as you need. Taking the hands underneath our ankles, we're going to inhale, lengthen the spine. So sitting as tall as we can, the shoulders should drop away from the ears. Inhale just a little more length if possible. Exhale, left ear over towards the shoulder. Inhale back to center, exhale other side. So holding on to the ankles creates a little more leverage, a little deeper stretch through the traps, through the neck. Inhale back to center, exhale, turn the nose. Let's look over the left shoulder as far as you comfortably can. Inhale center, and then exhale your way to the other side. Inhale back to center, exhale, release the chin to the chest. Inhale back to center, exhale, hands gently come on top of the collarbone, pulling down as the chin lifts up to the ceiling. Slowly release back to neutral and extend your opposite leg out. 45-degree angle, sitting up nice and tall so that your foot is flexed. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, reach up and then over any amount. Your sides might be a little different. Don't force it. We don't need to make them match. Just feeling where your end point is today. The point where we feel a mild tension or maybe pushing to the edge but not past the edge. Inhale, bring the palm behind the hip, lift up and then extend. Slowly release, and let's move our right foot right out in front of us so it's extended with the toes pointing up. We're going to cradle the baby. So we're going to work a little deeper into the hip. For those of us that are tight, it may just be any way we can pick the leg up. Might be something like this. If you have the availability, maybe you can put it to inside of your elbow and interlace fingertips together. Whatever you do, don't force it. And check in with your posture. Our goal here is to sit up nice and tall. So the crown of the head is lifted to the ceiling, shoulders are back, and chest is up. Begin to gently rock side to side, or if it feels good, perhaps making a few circles. Just make sure you go both directions. We tend to have trigger points or little hot spots, tight areas in the hip. When you find an area that feels a little tighter than the other, or any other area in the hip, try to kind of focus in on that and see if you can get it to release. Maybe doing a smaller circle, or even pausing in the tight spot. Bring it back to center. Go ahead and find some stillness. And then release the leg all the way across. We're going to hug this knee into the chest. Inhale the left palm up. Exhale to rock it behind the hips. And let's work our way into a twist. So begin to inhale more length into the spine. Exhale, look over the shoulder towards the back of your mat. Thinking of your spine here as a corkscrew. So we're starting at the very base of the spine and we're twisting on up into the thoracic region and then all the way up into the cervical region. Exhale, bring yourself back to the center, take those legs out, give them a little shake. And then keeping our left leg long and the foot flex. Let's go ahead and cradle the baby on the opposite side. So it could look very different on the side based on which one is a little bit tighter. Interlacing our fingertips together. Maybe it just feels good to sit here and hold. This is fine. Only rocking if that feels comfortable today. Or again, add in the circles. Bring it back to center. Release the leg across. Hug this knee into the chest. Inhale, length into the palm. Place it behind your hip. And let's inhale a little more length. Exhale, begin to twist, looking over the shoulder. So try to give yourself a little more length with each inhale we take. Each exhale takes us a little deeper into the twist. Exhale, begin to slowly unwind, bringing the legs out, give them a little shake, and let's make our way into double pigeon. So moving into a little deeper hip opener, very important that we start with the left leg at a 90-degree bend. So make sure the shin is parallel with your mat. 90-degree bend. Opposite heel is going to be on top of the knee, heel under the knee. So I'm creating two 90-degree bends, and if I look down, I see a perfect little triangle on my left. So if your hips are tight like mine, you're going to have this space. So if you have your block handy or a little pillow or rolled up towel, you can place it there to close the distance if this isn't comfortable for you. So we want the shins stacked like this. This is lotus pose. This is kind of fire log or double pigeon. So they're stacked, and if you need a little deeper hip opener, we just hinge from the hips and move forward slightly. That's going to make it a whole lot more intense. Pausing here, breathing deeply. And if you are short, inhale your way back upright. Help yourself out of pigeon. Find your body, lift the top leg off and over. Bottom leg, bring your feet out. Staff pose, give them a shake. And let's set up for the opposite side. So taking our right foot, so it's parallel. 90-degree bend in the knee. Opposite heel on top of the knee. So again, stacking heel over knee, heel under knee. Use your prop if that feels more comfortable. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, hinge your hips, moving forward. That helps me close the distance a little bit, but it does make for a much more intense stretch. So please listen to your body. If you find that your breath has changed and it's becoming more shallow, then that is too far for you today. When we hold each posture or pose, we want to maintain that deep belly breathing throughout the entire time. Inhale your way back, upright. Exhale, take one leg off, and then the other, and just shake them out. Opening up into a wide straddle sit. So taking your legs out any amount really doesn't make any difference how wide or how narrow you keep them. Just making sure that the knees and the toes both point straight up to the ceiling. Let's inhale the right palm up, and then exhale over any amount. So maybe you're just working more on lengthening today and not so much side lateral flexion. Inhale, make your way back to the center, and exhale over to the other side. Breathing as we hold. Inhale, come back to the center, walk your hands to the center, and let's begin to walk our way out forward. So we're going to bridge at the hips, and let's be careful that we don't go too far. We don't want the knees to roll in. We want to keep everything nice and long. Inhale back to center, slowly bending one knee and then the other. Let's inhale both arms all the way up overhead, interlace fingertips together, and stretch over to one side. Inhale center, and exhale other side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, press the palms out in front. Let's drop our chin to our chest and really try to round through the upper back, pressing our shoulder blades apart. Inhale your way back to center. This time, exhale your way into a little baby back bend. Gaze comes up to the ceiling. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly releasing the arms. We're going to go ahead and tuck the tailbone under, and we're going to slowly roll back onto our forearms. Make sure your strap or your towel is somewhere nearby. And we're going to go ahead and extend the right leg. Keeping our left knee bent here is going to help protect our low back. If you feel pretty open today, maybe you can slide the heel out. Just make sure you keep the foot flex. So all that we're going to do here is pull the leg in towards the face, stretching and lengthening through our hamstring. And by flexing the foot, we're going to get deeper into our calf and even up here into the Achilles tendon. So a stretchy strap like I'm using today isn't really ideal, but it can be used. You just want to kind of pull it pretty taut and keep some tension on it. So holding it down, the right hand will take it and open it all the way out to the right side as far as you can go so that we're now feeling it in the adductor, which is the inner thigh. Inhale, slowly bring your leg back to center. And then exhale across your body about 2 inches, 2 maybe 3 max. We're just trying to feel the start of a stretch here in the IT band, hip, and outer thigh. So if you're tighter, you may not even have to work quite that hard. If the strap's not already in your left hand, go ahead and take it in your left hand, open the right palm out, and let's release a little bit further into a spinal twist. So this can be any amount. Gaze can stay neutral up to the ceiling, or we can turn completely to look away from it. That's countering the twist. It's going to make it a little bit more intense. Inhaling our way back up to center. And let's go ahead and exhale, opposite leg through. So perhaps you're starting here and just seeing how it feels on your low back, keeping the knee bent. Only straightening it out if it feels okay, making sure the foot is flexed, and then continue to pull back until we feel mild tension all the way through here, letting the head and neck completely relax back. When you're ready, open the leg all the way up to the side, working our way into our inner thighs, adductors. Inhale our way back to the center, and then exhale your way 2 or so inches across the body. This doesn't have to be very far. And when you're ready, extending the left arm out, go ahead and take it all the way over into a twist. And maybe one side is just not as available today, and that's fine. So maybe it's a smaller version of a twist. Whatever feels good to you on this side. Inhaling our way back up to the center. Now let's exhale, release the strap, and just drop the left ankle over the right knee. So we're finding a figure 4 stretch. You're going to flex the foot, and then just reach through and pull in, relaxing the shoulders down. Last hip opener. On your next exhale, slowly release, taking the opposite way across, flexing the foot, and then pulling it in, figure 4. If it feels good, close your eyes. You can do as much of the practice as you would like with the eyes closed. Go ahead and hold both knees into the chest, and then reach up and make your way into happy baby. So here we're stacking our heels up on top of our knees, and we're trying to pull the knees down. And then if it's comfortable, maybe we rock gently from side to side, massaging the spine. Coming back to center, we're going to find a little bit of stillness. And then we're gently going to extend and stretch both legs out. Arms coming up overhead, inhaling, making ourselves as long as we possibly can. Big full body stretch. And then slowly exhaling our hands into our sides as we make our way into final relaxation or shavasana. So this helps pull our shoulder blades down and back. And it is very important that we find a neutral resting position. So if laying on your back is not for you today, go ahead and lie on one side, or even come back up into a seated position. Whatever works for your body. We're going to close our eyes and try to clear our minds, sealing in all the benefits of everything we've done today. And let's try to let both our mind and our body simply be. Keeping your eyes closed, begin to bring your awareness back into the space. Begin to awaken the body by gently wiggling the fingers and the toes. Bending our knees, inviting a little bit of motion back into the body by swaying our knees side to side. And then taking one arm up and overhead, and slowly roll onto our side, helping ourselves up into a seated position by pressing up and into the mat. Once you're in your comfortable seat, let's finish with a deep breath in. Big audible exhale through the mouth. One more deep breath in. This time, exhaling, releasing our hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day.